Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I'm talking about the Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess demo. If you want to try out this game for yourself, you can download the demo on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. I'm playing the game on the Xbox Series X on Performance mode. The main premise for this game, as far as I can tell, is that you are traveling with this woman, and you have to help purify the lands from the defilement by having her walk to these gates. Yeah, I know, a bit of a weird premise, but it is interesting. And yeah, unless I'm missing something, that's all the story you're going to get out of this demo. As for the gameplay, you play as So, and in the daytime you go around the level and purify the land of the defilement, which has you waving your sword around to clear it. When you do this, you get these pink crystals. You can also free villagers from the defilement, and using the pink crystals you can assign them different roles like woodcutter, ascetic, archer, and others in the full game. You can also use the pink crystals to help carve a path for the maiden to walk in to get her from one side of the level to the other. The maiden will then very slowly dance in a karaga form of dancing along the carved out path. And once it turns to night, the Seeth will come out of the gate to try and attack the maiden. The nighttime segment of the game is a hybrid of Pikmin and a simpler Ninja Gaiden mashed together. You're able to attack the Seeth with different combos and even perform special abilities. The strategy element comes in with how you want to situate the villagers to help defend the maiden and attack the Seeth. It's kind of like a tower defense game where you can place the villagers between the path of the Seeth and the maiden, but you are able to reposition the villagers wherever you want. Some maps will even have different structures that you can build up in the daytime to stop the Seeth, or find more of the defilement to purify. This is where the Pikmin element comes into play, as you can have your villagers work on these projects as the maiden dances towards the gate. The villagers are fairly good at attacking what comes near them, but it's always good to know where the Seeth are, just so you can make sure the enemy doesn't make it to the maiden. So between you and the villagers attacking the Seeth, you're able to outlast them for the night, and then whenever the maiden dances to the gate, the level is over and the land is purified. And yeah, that's the basic gameplay loop. A fairly simple concept, but as the levels progress, there are more enemy and villager roles to hopefully make the game more interesting as it goes on. When I was first playing the demo, I was honestly really confused on how the game worked, and wasn't having too much fun, but once I properly understood what I was actually supposed to do, I ended up enjoying it a lot and wanted to play more. Even though there were only a handful of levels in the demo, I can see how they can switch up the gameplay a little bit. Even choosing which path the maiden goes down can add to the overall strategy of the game. But something I wasn't sure about while playing was if I had to plan exactly where I wanted the maiden to stop each night, or if you just needed to get her dancing as soon as possible, because there were a few times where the maiden would be right next to the gate for the night, and we could barely keep her safe from the Seeth since they were spawning in so close. At least the game is generous, and when you get a game over, you can restart right at that night. Also, whenever your character dies, you turn into a spirit and have to wait a little bit before getting a body and back into the fight. The character action gameplay may be a little simplistic, though you have all the villagers to allow for more strategy in the game. You can even upgrade the villagers' abilities, something I probably should have done before doing the last mission available in the demo, because this can make the villagers a lot stronger against the enemies. You're also able to get a lot of different special abilities, and you can decide which ones you want to use, like you can unleash a powerful attack, make the villager stronger, or even set up a trip mine. Along with equipping different special abilities, you can also equip different talismen for different effects. There seems to be a lot of different enemy types, and I'm not sure how long the game will end up being, but if they keep introducing new enemy types as quickly as in the demo, we'll end up seeing a lot of them. I do like how some of them have interesting mechanics, like there's one of them that will blow up if it gets too close to the maiden, but if you defeat the enemy first, you can blow up the Seeth. Also, certain villagers will be better against certain enemy types, like archers are really good against these flying Seeth. There are also some maps that are just boss challenges, which allows for levels to not feel all the exact same. The regular maps can also have some mini bosses. Also in the daytime, you can find these boxes that can only be opened if you clear all the defilement from the map, and I really enjoyed running around trying to purify it all, so I could get the reward from them while the maiden was slowly dancing. Though if you don't want to do this, you can speed up time for the maiden to dance as fast as she can until nighttime. The overall aesthetic for this game is amazing. I love all the Japanese inspired elements of the UI and HUD, not to mention how cool all the enemies look. The health bar for the villagers and player being this Omikuji paperslip is such a fantastic idea. The map even reminds me of what we would see in an Okami game. Man, I hope we get another Okami game one day. The game being in the RE engine makes sure that the game looks really good. I chose performance mode and still think that the game was able to look pretty good the whole way through. Whether it's day or night, the game is able to be colorful, and I always prefer games that aren't afraid to have color in them. As far as I can tell, there isn't any speaking roles within the cutscenes, or anything, so I'm not sure if the full game will have cutscenes with characters speaking or not. Though I do like how different this game feels to a lot of the other games we get nowadays, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if there were no voice cutscenes. I do like how the dancing is choreographed within the cutscenes. The characters themselves look to be having so much fun while doing them that I can't help but enjoy watching them. The character and enemy designs are really good as well. The maiden and Soul in particular are so interesting visually. The maiden has so much detail in her design, but it is still able to look really good. Though I'm not sure why she isn't wearing any shoes with how much she's dancing. I do like how all the human characters except for the maiden have a mask covering their facial features. It allows for the maiden to look even more distinct in comparison to the villagers. There were so many tutorials for just about everything you can do to where I just stopped reading them and wanted to figure out the game as I played. I even went to review the tutorials and got a tutorial for how to review tutorials. How did I even find that if I need to remember how to review tutorials? And yeah, after taking a bit to figure out how to properly play the game, I came out really enjoying my time with the demo. For a new IP, I can definitely see myself liking the full game once it comes out on July 19th. It seems so different from a lot of the other games Capcom has done in recent years, and I'm all for Capcom making games that are different. Once again, if you want to play the demo for yourself, I highly recommend you do. It's available on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam systems, and you could come out of it enjoying the game as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed the video, have a good day, and goodbye.